So I'm back to show off more mods. Also, the creation kit has been released on PC in open beta, so soon we should be seeing more and even better mods. You know, maybe some quest mods, some fancier armor mods, and probably a whole bunch of titty mods. Just titties left, right, and center. Probably. Also, as you might be able to hear, I'm slightly sick right now. This cold just snuck up on me and stabbed me in the back. So my voice is literally dying as we speak, or as I speak. Anyways, that's no excuse to stop the mods, so let's get started. So if you decided that you no longer want to spend all that extra money on ammo, you're one of those weird melee characters, but you're just not satisfied with the selection of melee weapons, well then at number 5 we've got the Scottish Claymore. Yes, you can now let your inner Jack Churchill come out. So this adds in a long, fancy Scottish steel claymore for you to play around with. It looks good, and if you try hard enough, it's almost lore friendly. It's rather slow, but it does do a fair amount of damage, so it's a nice thing to slice up some ghouls with. The only thing I can be slightly nitpicky about is that your character holds it like he's kind of thinking about slicing off his own fingers, but that is about it. You can now truly let your inner Scotsman come out. All that's left for you to do is find your own kilt. I'm sure there is probably a mod around for that somewhere on the Nexus, if you look hard enough. At number 4 this week we've got Westtech Tactical Optics, Night Vision, Thermal Vision, and more. So this mod adds in tactical goggles and a tactical eyepiece. The goggles cover up both your eyes and the eyepiece just one. To become more tactical, you're first gonna have to go to MedTech Research. Then you simply walk into the lobby and look below the desk. There you can find the Tactical Optics blueprint and a letter if you're a fan of reading. And with this blueprint you can craft the goggles and the eyepiece at a chemistry station. Once you've done that, you can customize them at an armor workbench. You've got access to 2 add-ons: recon sensors, which mark your enemies on your compass if you aim at them, and the VATS matrix overlay. This gives you plus 10% accuracy in VATS. You then get to decide what color it gets, so obviously you're gonna go for black because that is the most tactical color. And finally, but probably most importantly, you get to choose what vision effects it gets. So there's night vision, thermal vision, and the targeting HUD. Night vision, pretty straightforward. You get to see in the dark and it gives you a green tint. It definitely helps you see all these Preston impersonators hiding away in the shadows. Thermal vision seems to do the same, but just with a red tint. It's not true thermal vision, but I guess that would probably be really difficult to implement. Although maybe with a get cap we'll see that soon. This guy is talented. And finally, the targeting HUD is the same as in the base game, it just highlights targets. For these 3 vision modes, you also got cosmetic variants, which just don't give you the visual effects. So say you want your night vision goggles to glow green, but you just don't want it to be night vision, well then you just slap some cosmetic night vision on that. So now you can finally pretend to be Sam Fisher. Anyways, pretty nifty mod, it definitely makes you a lot more tactical. And after you're done cleaning up all these dead Prestons, you can make use of a personal craftable VERTIBIRD. So with this mod you can craft a VERTIBIRD at a settlement and use it to get around. Once you get inside, you first have a very awkward conversation with the onboard AI.
I gave you that voice module for a reason. I don't feel like having a conversation.
After that you can get it to go wherever you want if you just use your Pip-Boy map, and if you see some rogue cars on the ground you get to shoot it with a minigun. And if you want to get out you can just simply tell it to land. And if you're on the ground and in need of some VERTIBIRD support you can use the air support grenade to spawn a VERTIBIRD. Or multiple. You can have your very own squadron of VERTIBIRDs. Once you get tired of that and it starts getting a tad bit too loud, you can battle them yourself with your personal VERTIBIRD. So overall, a very cool mod. You no longer have to be a Brotherhood of Steel member / slave to gain access to these VERTIBIRDs, and this one doesn't blow up after 2 bullets. At number 2 we've got Good Neighbor Home. This adds a player home to Good Neighbor. Unfortunately the real estate advertising was a bit false. This place is very much empty once you get inside and just a tad bit run down. It does however have 4 floors and a basement, so you won't be running out of space. When you do enter that basement you're gonna have to make sure you clean it up a tad bit. But once that's done, you can start decorating the place. So you go to IKEA, you get yourself some furniture, and you start to make your very own man cave. Unfortunately, I couldn't really mask the bloodstain. I tried putting a rug over it, but it just kinda soaked right in there. But if you spend some time decorating this place, you can definitely make it look nice. But if houses are not your thing, you can also try out some slightly less than mobile RVs. This mod gives you access to 8 RVs which are spread around the map. They make for a cozy place to sleep. Although you might want to watch out for carbon monoxide poisoning with that generator. This RV also contained a little teddy bear that committed suicide with a little 10mm pistol and wrote a little suicide note right next to his little hat. Pretty creepy. But yeah, if you're looking around for a new place to live, well, now you've got more options. And speaking about places to live, at number 1 this week we've got Beantown's Interior Project. So this is the sister mod to Fallout 3's DC Interiors and Fallout New Vegas' NV Interiors. Those mods added in a bunch of extra interiors all over the map to just give you more places to explore. This mod aims to do the same thing, so currently is limited to Concord and it opens up 11 boarded up houses. But these houses aren't simply opened up, each and every single interior has been crafted with care. They're all very unique, like every single house had somebody living inside of it with a distinct hobby and personality. Overall this mod just blends right into the game. It's like CGI, you know? The best CGI is the stuff you don't actually notice. So for this mod you could say the same thing. The mod author is planning on expanding this mod with more high quality interiors, so this is definitely a mod to keep an eye on. But it's about time for the bonus mod for this week, so it's Milk That Brahmin, a milk mini overhaul. And well, as the name would indicate, it allows you to milk Brahmin. That is it. Immersion complete. But yeah, you need an empty milk bottle in inventory, and then you just simply walk up to a Brahmin, you slightly squeeze that udder, and then you just get some sweet, delicious milk. It does have a chance of failing though, so if that pisses you off, there's always plan B. Well, that was it for this week's mod, so I'll be back next week with a fresh list. Hopefully my voice will be back to 100%. I mean, some people say I sound like Zap Brannigan, so I suppose right now I sound like a terrible, ill version of Zap Brannigan, so next week I might be back as the full BRT Zap Brannigan. Yeah. So, you know, as they say, the show must go on, so it feels like my voice is not 100% right now. I mean, the cold does sort of make your voice a tad bit deeper, so that's pretty cool, I guess, but I get these, like, voice cracks through it as well, which is pretty embarrassing, so I don't actually enjoy being sick. Gotta say, I don't. The worst part, though, is that your nose is, like, all clogged up, so, you know, you have to get these handkerchiefs with you. It's just a pain. It really is. I feel just ever so slightly sick right now. But yeah, that's about it. So this is the Institute right here. You got some gorillas in there. Some people, you know, ask me where I get my gorillas from. I just get them from the Institute. Kind of like a good deal going on. They make gorillas for me, I give them caps. It's a pretty sound deal. Anyways, until next week, watch the video in the bottom left corner, by the way. It's a high quality video right there. And if you haven't done it already, be sure to also subscribe to this channel. You know, we're reaching the 100K. Help me get my YouTube play button plaque. I want it. But until next time.